Let's go. Okay, we're definitely recording.
We're definitely recording, and mine is showing up as well, isn't it?
I see both of our tracks.
Okay.
I see that our video is rolling. We have so much PTSD today.
Yeah.
Well, we have PTSDs today from what happened last week on the episode, which you guys
contagious too.
It is. So if you're listening,
watch out.
You might need to go check up with your doctor afterwards.
Why do we have PTSDs today, Timmery?
Because I don't even know if I can talk about it. If you didn't see on our story on Instagram, well, last week's episode was toast. And I don't mean the good kind. I'm not talking sourdough, rye, wheat.
English muffin.
No. I'm talking fucking toast. Like, as in, the recording got, I think, maybe sabotaged, botched, torn in two.
Who did it?
I don't know, but when I went to go edit it in the morning, it was supposed to be released, of course, in my own fashion. My track was just completely missing, and I think that maybe somebody, I'm not going to point fingers, somebody involved in our podcast wanted to have all of the starlight.
Oh.
But that's just like a hypothesis.
I guess I'm trying to figure out who that would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
We're two best friends who have a podcast, so like, who would be the person?
It was just
besides
weird.
Us, you know?
It was just weird, like, listening back because Tessa's voice was like so booming and I could hear every breath through your beautiful nose.
Oh,
into
it sounds
the
like we
mic.
should post it anyway.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah. You definitely sounded amazing.
Okay, so why haven't I heard it yet?
Because me responding was non-existent, so it really didn't make a lot of sense. Because I'm like trying to salvage it, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just turn Tessa's mic way up."
Yeah.
And then it was like, it felt like I was putting my ear to your mouth to hear your breath, and then I was in the background like,
Okay.
so it just like foiled.
Okay. Well, we'll see if the show can go on. There's a little bit of animosity, a little bit of tenseness,
A little Tessamosity happening in the room. But
we'll see if we can bury the hatchet,
yeah,
as they say.
We'll see if we could sweep this under the rug.
Maybe you poisoned my coffee this morning.
Oh,
Timmery
are you
so
feeling
graciously
funny?
offered to make me a coffee.
Yeah, Tessa said, "Should I pick some?" I said, "No. I'll take care of you, my little dove. Come over, and I'll even put my special whipped cream on top." And then I had to confess to Tessa, because when I bought the whipped cream at my house, I thought no one's ever going to have any of this. Like, it's not Jacob's thing. And so I've been fully, like, sucking the tip. I was like, Tessa, do you want some whipped cream? She's like, sure. And I'm like, FYI, after she already ate 3 helpings of it.
Whatever.
I was like, by the way. And then I give her a demonstration of how I've been cleaning it off, so...
And I thought everything was fine. I thought we were still friends. So I said, that's okay, Timmery. I don't care.
No, we're still friends. I'm just saying, like, it's something that definitely has run through my mind since I viewed the recording.
Right. Yeah, okay.
And I know how much you love attention.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I hate people calling my name, applauding me, praising me.
Yeah. And that's kind of my thing. So
yeah, so it makes sense.
I guess so. Guess I'm kind of called out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways. How
This is where we cue in.
Anchoevies in the sea. Just a podcast with you and me. All our minnows having fun. Splashing around under the sun. Whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah,
should we get into our week?
Yeah.
Of what we did? Or should we maybe like slightly brush over the past 2 weeks because they missed out? I guess I don't even remember what I did the week before, but I'm still pissed about the episode because it was pretty funny.
I know.
It was funny, haha.
Yeah.
What did I do this week? Okay, I feel a little bit guilty because when we did our 2024 ins and outs, I quote said in being a real piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been doing everything to stop actually being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
you're wearing mascara right now.
I'm also wearing mascara.
And that wasn't out.
And we did say that was out, but then I realized I'm ugly and mascara makes me feel pretty sometimes. I still hate taking it off.
No, me too. I wore it last night. We're not doing a really good job.
No, but I am in my luteal phase. I know it has to come up every single episode.
Yeah.
But I need the mascara so that people don't mistake me for, a boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. So I have been wearing mascara. This is really big. So a couple episodes back, like maybe 5, that's more than a couple, I said that I was trying to quit vaping. That day after we recorded the podcast, I drove with Jacob to the vape store, bought a watermelon Raz Ice vape bar, and started vaping almost immediately after I said I was quitting. Since then, I thought every day, I'm done. I don't need this anymore. And then I wake up and I'm like, watermelon Ice is calling my name. I need her.
Right.
So good. And then today, I am 8 days vape and nicotine free. Yeah.
Nice, Marie.
So
Really
basically,
proud.
I'm evolved. I'm no longer a piece of crap. But what's annoying is that I love doing it so much. Like, I miss it every day. I'm like, but I feel so much better. Like, less anxious. Although, I have been a menace to be around. Like, I'm surprised Jacob hasn't, left me in the dirt.
Really?
I've been screaming at him.
Are you guys kind of in this together, though?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, he's like doing Zins, which respect. Like, he's not vaping, so that's cool. But he still has nicotine. I mean, he's still a little bit irritable, but at least his little lungs are pumping like never before.
So
he was
true.
like, "Oh my gosh, like I can sing so well right now." I was like, "Yeah, because we've been poisoning with that watermelon. Who knows what? I don't even want to know what's in there." Anytime I would see an article that's like, "Here's more studies about why vaping's bad," I would just not look at it because I'd be like too scared.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to know what I'm doing.
That's the American dream.
Yeah.
It's just being able to scroll past. And not hear.
Being blissfully unaware as I rip that 5,000 puff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like down bad for it too. I still am. And there are moments where I'm like, I really want to, but I'm not. I'm choosing to stay away.
Yeah.
So
Ignorance is a beautiful thing.
it is.
That's.
I just don't
that's an
understand how like some people just never dabbled into that. Like,
into vaping.
yeah, I'd always be like, Tessa, you want to rip my vape? You're like, no, not interested. I'm like, come on, just do it if you want to be cool.
Come on, vaping's so sick.
Vaping looks so cool and it smells amazing like cotton candy.
Do you want to just mouth this little piece of plastic that I've been mouthing 10,000
Yeah,
times a day?
that I've been
It's
wrapping
like a
my little
sweet
lips
cotton
around.
candy smell afterward. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you low-key feel like
And-
you can't breathe ever. Even when you bend down to tie your shoe, you kind of want to throw up.
Yeah, and then you just get addicted to it. You want to
it's so
try?
nice. Yeah,
For some reason.
isn't that appetizing to you?
For some reason, I declined. But thank you for
Yeah.
offering.
I think
it's
it-
very nice.
You're so welcome. I would share my vape with anyone, except for I never.
Yeah, you should maybe. Well, I guess you don't have to worry about it anymore. But
Yeah.
people are.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you remember my bachelorette party?
Yeah.
I don't
Probably
remember
more
most
than
of
you.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to like this karaoke bar and I was absolutely plastered, like bad. Jacob and I got in a fight that night. I think because I called him like every 20 minutes and was just like hammered, like, somebody's trying to traffic us, whatever. And he's like, what are you?
Oh my
like,
gosh, the trafficking.
we weren't getting trafficked, but somebody was like, this girl that was trying to hang out with us definitely was a decoy for trafficking. We're like, no, she genuinely, like, I think just like wanted to hang out with us because we're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, moral of the story is I think I like ripped some random person's vape among many other things that I
Yeah.
shouldn't have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like peak COVID. Like, this was 2020. I think it was August of 2020. So COVID
Yeah.
was only a thing for like 6 months at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. For the next like 3 days. So not only was I like hungover, like hating, like just mad anxiety of like everyone hates me. I was so annoying because I was like at the karaoke bar and I was like wearing my bride sash. And anytime it was someone else's turn, I would just take the microphone back. Like, it was my night.
And we were just in a Sandpoint bar with like just local tradesmen men, I feel like was the demographic in there. And so as soon as they saw a group of like 8 or 10 girls and someone was wearing a sash and we were being
It
annoying,
was game over.
it just, we got the dirty looks and we didn't belong.
That's
I mean,
true.
we did.
Well,
We made it.
We made it a house into a home.
That's so true.
We
Yeah.
made that karaoke bar into our own personal stage.
Yeah.
To tell the world our song.
Our sorority house, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did rip a couple of random people's vapes. Couldn't tell you who they were. Couldn't tell you what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't... Maybe I'll cut this out. But I also did smoke some cigarettes with some, like, homeless people in the alley. Like, it was a fun night. I'm not gonna lie. But in hindsight, the next day, I was, like, so hungover. And I was like, I just gave myself COVID. And my wedding's in a week. And I'm going to have to cancel the wedding. So for, like... 4 days I was so scared, and then I told Jacob, and I'm like, babe, and he's like, well, why were you like putting your mouth on things that other people's like strangers' mouths? I was like, I don't know, because I was having
I had to.
I physically was forced to. Like, what was I supposed to do? Not do that? Oh my
That'd
gosh,
be so rude. Yeah,
it would be embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
And then also one woman did try to put her earring in my ear, and that's where I drew the line, and I said,
that's called boundaries.
Boundaries are up. I'm not putting your earring in my ear, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept trying to. I was like, okay,
yeah,
step down. I never got COVID. I got married. It worked out. But after that, I only had to vape for 3 more years to figure out it was time to quit.
And it sounds like you've still been really comfortable sharing your vape. You just said you'd share it with anyone. So
that's
I'm a little
it's like
confused.
a community.
A little confused if that like
Tessa, you don't get it.
Okay, no problem. I was just confused if that experience altered your opinion about sharing vapes, but it sounds like it didn't.
No, it's a cultural, like... Are you being real right now?
It's time to be real. It's super important.
It's a cultural experience that I guess you don't know unless you're part of the club, so...
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go then.
Okay. Please don't. Please stay.
Okay, fine, I'll stay.
But other than that, I've also been trying to get gains at the gym. This will be my last thing about my week.
No, keep talking.
Oh gosh, Tessa, stop.
Please.
I had like an ethereal experience trying on clothes.
Oh.
Like in a bad way.
A bad ethereal experience?
Yeah. I actually don't really know what ethereal means.
Okay. That's okay.
Don't know why I feel tears coming to my eyes right now. Sometimes that just happens. But now this is going to sound really sad, but I don't know why I just started crying for no reason.
Didn't you say that you're in your luteal phase?
Yeah, well, I think I'm about to start my bleeding out because the full moon was yesterday, and usually that's like my signal.
Okay, cool. So that might explain the tears, but
I was trying on clothes at the store, and then it was like ethereal out of body where I was like, who am I? I'm almost 25. What happened to me? Mm-hmm. None of these jeans fit. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm at a crossroads.
Yeah.
And that has sent me into a full nutrition workout spiral. Not sure yet if it's toxic or not toxic.
Healthy, yeah, it's hard to say it.
I love when I have those thoughts that are like, Timmery, just stop eating for 5 days. And I'm like, that's such a good idea. And then I'm like, wait, Timmery, step down.
Yeah.
Eat some dinner.
I have the same experience nearly monthly.
Yeah.
Maybe not every month, but I just have to think what it's like to be a male whose cycle is every 24 hours.
Lucky man.
I just would like to say anytime I feel like I'm making progress and I'm in a good headspace, then it's 3 weeks later and I'm in the same like...
It's a repeated
awful
cycle.
Yeah. Like, you little piece of shit.
Yeah.
Go to the gym and don't eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so toxic. And I'm like, I think that once... When I was about to say once when I was still married, I had this conversation with Jacob because I was like, I don't think you realize like the things that I'm thinking all the time. Yeah. It's like so toxic, and I don't know why. Like, luckily, I never had an almond mom. Like, growing up, like we would straight up eat Oreos for breakfast if we wanted to. Mm-hmm. Lucky Charm, it didn't matter. But for some reason, since I can remember, like age 10, I'm like, I'm just gonna starve myself. I never actually do. Trigger warning. This might be a sensitive topic. Yeah. But I'd be like, oh, I remember being like 14 and being like, oh, I know. I'm only going to have green smoothies for the next 3 months.
Oh my God.
Now I look back and I'm like, I was like a child, first of all. So toxic. Mm-hmm. I like say, where does that come from? It's rhetorical, obviously. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But now, 10 years later, at 24, I still have thoughts like that. I don't act on them now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, whoa,
I know.
Slow down.
I like eating too much. Like, I have the thoughts in my head, and then I'm like, a bagel.
Yeah.
So I don't really act on those.
Yeah. I saw this thing on TikTok, and it was this girl, and it was like me being sad about like how I feel about my body and like curing my sadness with a bagel and cream cheese. I was like, that's real. That's
just womanhood.
But to just not think about that, I think would be pure freedom. Like, what could I accomplish? Like, I actually put that on my story a while back. Like, the things I would accomplish if I just stopped thinking about being skinny, it's disgusting. Like, I could probably be the president of the United States by now.
Yeah. We should look into like an electric chair or something.
Yeah, like shock therapy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would pay money for that. Maybe therapy would be the answer.
Maybe we could take out the shock part of it and just like try normal therapy, and then maybe have that as more of a last resort.
Okay, that's a good. But
call. Yeah, I thought we were in our embracing being a piece of shit. We probably said that at a different point in our cycles, because maybe if we were told to give an ins and outs list around this time, it might have been different.
I think it would be drastically different, but also I think that's because I'm a Gemini and I have 2 different personalities, so it just really depends on the day of what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my week. I'm just trying to recover from my brain telling me to do awful things, and maybe it also is mixed with nicotine withdrawals. I don't know.
That can't help for sure,
because I've never been in more physical, not pain, but I can't even describe it, just like yearning and also wanting to peel off my skin and scratch my muscle tissue with my nails. It's a sick image, but
that's perfect.
That's kind of how I felt. Okay, now tell me about your week, bestie.
My week was good.
Cool. Okay, next.
Yeah, okay. Work has been chill. I lived up to one of my ins, which was bowling more. I did go bowling again.
When?
Monday.
Ooh.
We did invite you guys, and due to your nicotine withdrawals, you guys declined.
Yeah, I was at the point where I think I texted somebody that being asleep was the only solution because being awake without vape was too difficult to face. I stand by that.
Right. So you did get an invite, and that's totally fine that you didn't go.
Right.
That was fun. Our bestie was there, who was polishing, his ball every single time. He was like 2 lanes away, and he was just...
We need to get him on the podcast.
Slaying. He's got to come on the pod.
Actually, I'm not kidding.
Yeah. I feel like he wouldn't talk much. It would just be more of his presence.
Honestly.
Would be our present,
Yeah, it'd be funny if we just didn't acknowledge him. Like, you just sat in the middle of us.
Yeah.
For an hour.
True. I did temperature on you. You came into the office.
Yeah.
And got a nice little wrinkle.
Facelift.
Well, yeah. A nice little treatment that helps with dry eyes and wrinkles. Shameless plug again.
Yeah, we should have Nanny sponsor the pod.
Yeah, true.
Except for we'll just sponsor her for free.
Yeah.
I mean, sponsor her.
So it was fun having you come into work.
That was really fun.
You probably enjoyed it the least amount of anyone I've ever done that on.
Wait, can you tell our listeners what it is? Because I don't think they know.
Yeah.
And also Tessa's, like, this is her job now. She's basically an esthetician.
Well, so it's like a really warm wand that just gently goes around the eyes and on the forehead, and you like put ultrasound gel on, and it heats up really warm to like rebuild collagen and work on the glands around the eyes for dry eyes. Anyway, so it's just like a warm wand with a little bit of pressure on it, and like most people describe it as feeling like a hot stone massage. I have patients fall asleep while I'm doing it, and Timmery just was like, ow, 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 ow. And I was like, is it too hot? Do you want me to turn it down? No, it just hurts on my bones. I think
it felt like saying. My bones were getting beaten, but like Tessa said, everyone else enjoys it. I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not sensitive. I'm not a truthful or a reliable narrator, if you will.
Right.
But I did have a couple people ask me about it because I made a TikTok. Oh, and I'm going to send that to you.
Oh,
Nanette can feel free to use it on her Facebook. I don't know if she'll want to. I think I did use the word, if you don't want to be an old sag ball, this is like the treatment for you. So
perfect.
But I made like a clean one and then a funny one.
Nice. I want to see that.
Okay, I'll show you after.
So that was fun. And then I took my grandma to see Nate Bargatze.
Oh, how was that?
He's a comedian, for those who don't know. And my grandma Stella is obsessed with him, which is so cute.
He is really funny.
He's really funny, and my grandma doesn't ever go do anything. And so for Christmas, I was like, we're going.
Cute.
And we got the 6 seats because wheelchair accessible.
Nice.
I just rolled her on up and then had a pretty good seat. People kept letting me cut in line and like the security line.
You got to start toting Stella around
That's
everywhere.
What I told her. I was like, oh, Grandma, this is great.
Did you get to use her handicap pass too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know. We even parked, like we went to dinner before and I was like, handicap pass.
So
Grandma,
nice.
let's go everywhere together.
You're like, Grandma, I'm not using you for your disability.
The most hermited introvert ever. And now I'm just going to be like, let's go, Grandma. I want to get
You make her wait in the hot car.
I don't even bring her in anywhere. I just want to get her
You
parking.
don't roll the windows down.
Yeah.
Like, let me out. Yeah, she would love that. Does she listen to the pod?
No.
She's not a minnow.
I don't think she knows that I have a pod.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I get that, though. I like to think my grandma listens from heaven.
She does.
Yeah, she would probably get a kick out of it.
I think she would laugh at the pod.
Yeah.
I think my grandma might think some things are funny, but anytime she wouldn't enjoy us talking about our cycles so freely.
Right.
You know, or
Right.
like anything else that's not super G rated.
Right.
She might say, that's disgusting.
That's probably why she loves Nate B so much, which
I know.
sorry.
He's really like completely clean.
Yeah.
But he's still funny. He's not like trying to be.
I feel like if you're clean and funny, it's so much more impressive than being dirty and funny. Because you
Definitely.
have to go like to greater lengths. Because honestly, throw an F-bomb in there, throw a see you next Tuesday in there. I'm going to laugh no matter what.
Yeah.
When you
it's
have
way
no
easier.
cursing, you're just talking about the simple things in life. Like
Yeah. His delivery is just, he could almost say anything and I would probably think it's funny.
yeah. And then I'm just like, you little Puritan, Nate Bargatze. I love you even more now. And did you see his SNL?
Yes.
Okay, that was also really good. I
It
was
was.
just, I'm thoroughly impressed. Did you know he's actually my uncle?
Oh, really? It seems like
Yeah.
everyone that you love is somehow related to you. That's cool.
Yeah, I just don't like to tell people because I don't want to like be a nepo baby for the podcast.
I thought you've always said you wanted to be an Epo baby.
Yeah, but I don't want to like be showy about it.
Okay.
So
Maybe one of these days we can go through your family tree and see who all you're related to.
yeah, I would love to give you guys a family tree.
Okay.
Never before seen.
Cool.
Right.
So that was Thursday, and yesterday was Friday. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yesterday was
Gonna
Friday.
get down on Friday.
Yeah.
That was my 1 week of no vaping. Not to make this about me.
If we can do that if you want. 1 week anniversary. Sorry, I didn't throw you a party.
Yeah, so if you want to sponsor me, actually, like a sobriety sponsor, let me know.
I'm gonna get you and Jacob tokens or something.
Can you please? Like, I need something to like keep going
That's funny.
through this mess that we call life.
Right. Friday.
Yesterday.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I know
do
what you did yesterday.
Okay.
No, you tell.
Okay.
I just know.
Thank you. Right.
Right.
Yesterday, well, a couple of days prior, I
Yesterday.
saw a Facebook post of someone going, this new taco place in Spokane Valley is so good. Look at all. And I sent Drew a picture.
Are you gonna name drop the taco?
No,
No,
I'd
you
never
need
do
to
that.
warn people.
I won't. Okay, let me tell the story and then I'll give some disclaimers.
Maybe we could tell them in the bonus.
Yeah,
which
maybe.
taco place it is.
It looked really good. Drew and I had some really, really like the best tacos we've ever had in Tri-Cities one time, and these looked like them. So I was like, Drew, new taco alert, let's go on Friday. And he was
the caution sign.
Yeah,
That's Tessa's new thing. Is only when it says like time to be real and it has a yellow like exclamation
caution.
point.
Yeah.
Tessa's only texting with that before and after in all caps.
Before and after almost everything. Like,
So
text.
new taco time. Let's go.
Yeah, it makes like things so much more urgent and funny, I think.
It is
Just
this
text
morning.
it
She's like, "Oh, do you want me to pick up coffee?" I said, "Let me make you some." And she said, "Alert!" Like sign, Susie homemaker alert.
Yeah.
And it made it 10 times funnier.
Thank you. If you guys want to start doing that, just there's a trademark.
Just sponsor
copyright
us for
fee.
$3
Yeah.
a month, and you can have the go
And you
ahead.
can have all the funny things that we do.
Yeah.
So I say, new taco alert. I go pick them up. I bring them home. I go, I'm so excited to eat tacos. I eat them. They're pretty good, honestly.
As
Drew
good
and
as
I-
Tri-Cities?
Not quite, but really close. For
Yeah.
this area, I feel like they're some of the better tacos. Drew and I eat the exact same thing. Like I get two different things. I trade him one. He trades me one. Or I have the same meal. After I go, oh, I don't feel so good.
Wait a minute.
I don't feel that bad, but I don't feel great either.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, we have a gig in a little bit, so I go take a shower. Then I just throw up.
In the shower?
No,
Oh.
I made it through the shower. Then I throw
That's
up.
good.
I try to take some activated charcoal, which
You're still on that. Like 10 years ago when we lived together. Not really. It was like 5 years ago.
yeah.
And I had food poisoning. You fed me activated charcoal like in a spoon.
Yeah. If you guys had a mom like mine, you had the naturopath, like medicine, little things to take.
Mm-hmm.
Activated charcoal
Check.
soaks up your toxins or something. I don't really know. Okay, I just take it.
Pushes that stuff out of there.
Yeah. I take it. I throw that up too. I'm just...
Ew, so it was like black.
Yeah, it was not good.
Right.
And usually, I've talked about this before, I just kind of be throwing up sometimes.
Yeah.
But usually if I start, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be throwing up for 12 hours.
Right.
It's just something that I do. And I was like, ooh, I have to leave for a gig in 2 hours. Anyway, I sucked it up and oh, that's not really a good phrase to use during this time.
You slurped
I
it
just-
down.
No, I just bucked up Buttercup and I got ready for the gig. Still feeling a little queasy. And then went to the
You're
gig.
so brave.
And made it out alive and didn't.
Did you feel fine on stage?
I felt fine. It was, I didn't feel great, but I felt better.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you guys want, I'm not going to publicly shame this taco place because
I think that it's fair.
Drew didn't get that sick and we ate the same thing. Obviously, I'm a little sensitive or something was a little contaminated in the bite that I ate.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to know what taco place it is, hit me up, but it's not for free.
You got to sponsor first. And
Yeah.
we'll tell you. If not, try it at your own risk.
Yeah.
And try this. Well, I don't even know what it is.
I know. You don't even know.
I don't even know. I have to sponsor the pod to find out.
Yeah.
I don't sponsor the pod, but
Yeah.
we are the pod.
We are the pod.
So
So that was fun for me.
you're so brave and bold for stepping into the unknown for that and being brave.
Yeah.
And despite the odds, you still persevered. And that's really beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm really proud of myself.
Tessa, I have something to tell you.
What?
And I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget.
Okay.
I saw Dark Tessa.
What does that mean?
I was driving and I see a dark blue Toyota Highlander. I'm not going to give more details because we don't need someone following you around
Okay.
in
Yeah.
your vehicle.
Right.
Same as yours though,
Mm-hmm.
but dark blue. Same sunglasses, same hair length, but brunette. Same facial structure.
No way.
I'm like, I was driving. I'm like, that's Dark Tessa. And I didn't have time to like get my phone out.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, should I follow this person? But I think the roads were bad at this point. This was a couple days ago.
right.
And I just couldn't stop thinking about this alternate version of you being out there.
Wow. I would love to meet her.
Yeah. I should have honestly wrote down her license plate and did some research and found out who she was. What does she want from us?
Mm-hmm.
Why is she going around looking just like you, but dark version?
What if she like also works at an optometrist?
And she
like,
has a podcast with her bestie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because the vibes were there.
What if her best friend has short hair that's brunette?
You think I'm brunette?
No.
What do you
But
think
like
I
it
am?
would be a dark,
dark version of
it'd be
me.
dark you. Like it's just
Yeah.
twofer.
I would only hope.
That's kind of scary, but also kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, okay, on that note of being followed, on my way to get tacos
Mhm.
yesterday, this is such a hard thing for me to talk about, is the taco. I keep bringing it
you
up.
have
so
more
strong.
PTSDs than we thought.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of triggered right now. But
Yeah.
I was driving to get them, and I was going down Sprague. Ever heard of it?
My mom used to tell me when I was a kid that, and I was like 5, she'd be
Mhm.
like, oh, what would she say? Like, we don't go to Sprague because the hookers will spit at you. Or something like
I
that.
was told something similar. Well, not maybe that direct.
Maybe she didn't say that. I think I made part of that up, but it was something along those lines.
Something about the hookers on East. It was probably East Sprague.
Yeah.
I remember being warned about East Sprague.
And I'm like, let them hook.
Yeah.
Let them cook, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I was driving down not East Sprague, just
regular
just
Sprague.
Valley Sprague. I don't know what to call it. And it's like 4 lanes of everyone going the same direction. And I was in the left lane, and I could sense someone like matching my speed next to me.
Who was it?
So I would slow down, and then I finally looked over, and it was like this really creepy guy with his window down, like directly making eye contact with me. And you guys might think he's trying to tell you that you have a flat tire or something. He wasn't. He was just being creepy.
Ew.
And so I like slowed down, and he like slowed down. Like he was fully just matching my every speed. And I was
That's
like,
weird.
Please look ahead, sir. You're driving.
Yeah,
And
eyes
he
on the
fully
road.
had like 90 degrees looking over at me.
I can picture exactly what he looks like just from you saying the story.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It was not good. And so I was just trying to go to Target. So I had to like...
Did you like go on a detour to
Yeah.
lose him?
Yeah. I looked like I was going straight, and then all of a sudden I went in the left turn lane and then like went around. And anyway.
That's sick. Why can't men on the road just mind their own damn business?
True.
Like, yeah, I'm hot. Keep your eyes to yourself. Keep your eyes on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be me.
Yeah.
And you do you elsewhere.
You do you. Yeah.
And I've always said that.
And I've always said that too. The only other notable thing I did last week was that someone popped into my head that I used to go to school with in like elementary school.
A crush?
No, she was just a bully who was a little rough around the edges. And it's not anyone.
Do I know who?
No,
this?
it's
Okay,
not
I'm
anyone
like,
we've
I
talked
know
about
who
before.
this is. No, I don't.
She was just a rough.
A rough
kind
rider?
of a rough tomboy vibe. And I just thought to myself, what is she up to now?
Oh,
Sometimes
no.
they just pop into your head, and I love living in 2024. I just look her up on Facebook.
I love where this is going.
Public profile right away.
Perfect.
She's on the track that I think that it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like, this is the same
You're like,
person.
she has 3 DUIs and 4
Okay,
different baby daddies.
Listen, her first status, it is public.
Oh my God.
I wish I screenshotted it, but I'm not gonna like out her like this. It was like, I'm locked up in blank county jail.
How did she have a phone?
Here's my, I don't know. It was like, here's my whatever number they give you. It's like a acronym, my blank 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 number. If you want to send me money or chat.
You should have called it.
I know.
Did you?
Well, no, you can go online.
Can we call her on the pod?
I did go ahead and look up in the jail system because I was like, that was so easy. I didn't even have to be friends with her. Anyone who searches her can just see her first status is like locked up. And so I go to the thing and like type in her, it's like her case number or something.
Yeah.
And I type it in, and there she is, and it's like, it was burglary that she was locked up for.
Oh my gosh.
But like she had been in there, it was like 6 months. Like she maybe had a hearing in May or June. So like she's in there for a while.
So she really did a good robbery.
And it was like one of like 10 charges she's had. Like she's my age. It's just so funny that I was just like, I wonder if she ever got like nicer or better. And then I looked that up. I was like, oh, that perfectly makes sense.
Yeah, you're like, she's like staying true to who she is.
Yeah. So
I love
normalize looking up people you maybe didn't used to get along with and hoping for an outcome like that. Not that I mean, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. It's just, it's
and
a good time.
Yeah, sticking
Putting
to your
out
roots.
Yeah.
Like,
normalize saying, this is who I am and I'm proud.
Yeah.
True.
What do they say? Grow where you're planted or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're...
Yeah, that's it. Grow where you're planted, baby.
Yeah, and maybe if you're planted a little like...
maybe if you're planted in like...
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I don't know what I'm trying to say either.
Yeah. If she was kind of giving crime in 3rd and 4th grade, like she was already starting stuff, so I just think she really grew where she was planted and has really blossomed into a beautiful inmate.
Yeah.
So
and is still able to have access to a smartphone to tell the tale on her public Facebook page.
Right. And
Can
then
we talk about that for a second? What? How are all these people in jail posting online or like have all this access? Like, I don't know, because I've never been, knock on wood.
I know.
I've never been imprisoned, and which is fine. You know, I have a lot of relatives that have been to prison. I get it, but I haven't personally been in there.
Yeah.
How are people on the inside able to be making, like, I'll see people doing TikTok lives in prison. And
I
I'm
don't
like,
get it.
how do they do this?
I thought we were getting a phone call on a payphone every once in a while.
Right. Twofer, how was Gypsy Rose getting out of prison and so in touch with the modern world? Because in my head, I'm like, you now are out, first of all, saying that she's not a murderer, which is interesting. But like the celeb status that she has reached overnight, and then has also like worked on all this stuff since she's been in prison. I'm like, do I need to go to prison? And it's like sounding more and more like a nice place. Like, my meals are paid for, my bed, I don't have to worry about it. It's there.
Yeah.
I don't need to pay rent. I have a
Free
yard
gym membership.
Free gym membership, and more than enough time to get as jacked as possible.
Mm-hmm.
They're feeding me gross stuff, so I'm going to get so skinny.
Don't have to worry about outfits.
Yeah, my outfit's picked out for me every day. And also, I think that I would be pretty popular in there. I think I'm really good at making friends. So
Yeah.
at this point, why am I not going to prison? And I get to do TikTok live while I'm in there?
Yeah, wait a second.
Let's go rob a bank.
This is feeling right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't get that at all. She actually, the girl I looked up had another Facebook profile that looked like she just had double.
Mhm.
And that status was also public. And it said, oh my gosh, I almost said her first name. First name is in jail. Like, someone posted for her on
Yeah.
that one. That makes sense. The other one seemed like it was her.
And from the source.
From the source. And I don't get that.
You know, I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to say, Lord, thank you for this blessing that this person can still post on Facebook.
Yeah. And thank you for being able to just look up what people are in jail for.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that that's public knowledge.
true.
I will always love that.
Yeah, I thought that would be fun to, like, not fun. I thought it would be informative to look up the sex offenders in my area and see where they're located.
That's one thing.
That's one thing I don't know if I recommend doing, because there's so many.
There's so many.
And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying anything against men, because we are not a man-hating podcast, contrary to popular belief.
Very popular.
But I will
belief.
say, for every 200 men, there's one female on there.
Yeah.
And she looks scary, like a scary old man.
Yeah.
And why are there so many? And why can't you just, like, not? Just stay in your house.
Yeah,
you don't
can
need to
you
be
not?
a sex offender.
Right.
We're changing the world with this podcast.
Okay. In
Not being a sex offender. Out
being a
sex offender. True.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yep. So with that, I think we just changed the landscape of crime as we know it.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
we kind of solved it.
I love, like, leading the world for a better change.
Yeah, through revolution.
Yep. Are you coming to the tree? So,
yeah, that was really good.
mhm.
So I will not be looking at the sex offenders in my area. I
Yeah,
think
don't
I
do
did
it.
that.
Because it
when I
also
lived in Coeur
says
d'Alene,
what happened,
and now
and
that
it's
I've-
terrible.
And now that I moved, I'm like, I actually love, again, being blissfully unaware and ignorant.
Yeah. If I have kids, maybe that'll be a time to, like, reconsider. But it was like, you know, when you kind of get in a wormhole on, like, TikTok where you're just, like, doom scrolling. I was
Yeah.
doom scrolling the sex offender list in my area, and it was, like, bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
And I was like, Mom, you should look up the ones in your area. And then she was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, why am I doing, like, I don't want to know. I'm like, I don't know why I
Yeah.
told you to do
It's
that.
kind of like when you see something or you hear a piece of information.
I'm like, I
and
need
you-
everyone else to know.
You need everyone else to know to feel like it lessens it for you. But then everyone's like, why'd you tell me that? And you're like, you get it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had to tell you legally.
That's kind of like, I feel like every time I tell somebody any piece of information.
Yeah. I kind of just do that to Drew a lot. And he's like, why did you have to say that? And I'm like, I had to get it out of my noggin. And legally, I'm allowed to tell you anything.
Yeah,
I was
legally you're my
supposed to.
other half, so you
Yeah.
have to know all the information that I know.
Right.
Can I tell one more thing that happened this week?
Please.
That because you are not on social media,
Mm-hmm.
you're blissfully unaware of what's happening in my life that
Yeah.
I post every. Oh my gosh, I just had a realization.
What is it?
I'm not on Facebook, but like how you're saying, like if you think about someone you went to school with and you look them up, and like
Yeah.
how like crazy it is that they post everything on their Facebook, and they're always like if it's somebody like that posting their whole life on Facebook, it's gonna be entertaining.
Mhm.
That's all I'm gonna say. You're
Yeah.
picking up my drift.
Yeah.
If they look me up on TikTok, it's the same thing. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
hey guys, this is what I'm doing today. Like, anybody could have full access to everything I'm doing in my life, which
Right.
is, you know, kind of freeing. Also kind of like, wait a minute, am I just a Facebook psychopath in disguise on TikTok, or is this a different
it's like the new
brand?
It's a different brand.
Still a little cray cray. Someone could find out way too much about me. It's fine.
You're not giving like, you're not saying this is my address or anything.
Yeah, I'm not like,
it's just like what you're doing day to day.
yeah.
And people who are still doing that on Facebook, I don't know.
It's
It's
a
just
different-
a different game.
landscape for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of the off brand of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that being said, since we moved into this house, we have been trying to get our landlord to take care of stuff for 6.5 months. Finally, we get a hold of him. Yada yada yada. He's actually a cool guy. Rental, like property management, wasn't contacting him, so now he's taking care of business. He's like, "Hey, electrician's coming over at 7:30 a.m. He's gonna fix your bathroom vent. We have one bathroom," and we're like, "Cool, 7:30. That's before my schedule of, you know what."
Bowel movement.
Yes. I'm a 8:30 a.m.er.
Okay.
He comes over at 7:30 and he goes, "Guys, this is going to take a lot longer than I thought because it's not just installing a new bathroom fan. Nothing's up to code. I need to redo the electrical in your attic." And the landlord, he said, "Do whatever it takes to get it done." I'm like, thank God, it's about time.
Yeah, a moment for our landlords.
Yeah, a little late, but we'll take it.
But yeah.
And also, we used to go to church with this guy who's like working on the bathroom. He's in there fixing it up. 3 hours later, I have never had to shit so bad in my life. And I'm like, "Jacob, like, I'm going to die if I don't go to the bathroom." And he's like, "Go in the yard." Like, as if that's a normal thing. Like, I'm not going in the yard.
You guys are fully like 4 minutes from like several stores that you could just go.
Yeah. So I'm like, fine, I'm going to go. I drove to my work because we have like a private bathroom that's like not in the lobby. And I just thought like that's a place where I feel safe
Yeah.
to do what I need to do. And that's when I got home, I realized, oh, I think I've ate something terrible because I thought I'm better now. I got home, guy's still working on the ceiling fan. That's when I was heading to your house. What was I going to your house for?
When was it? What day was this?
This was Thursday. Wait, why were we hanging out on... I came over to your house last week.
You did?
Yeah.
Just you?
Yeah, because remember I went to the gas station. I was like, look at this funny TikTok that I made of like playing with the condoms in the girls' bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Why was that? What were we
Wait.
doing?
Weren't you at Zola?
Temperature. You were giving me that facial. Okay, I was like about to have like I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Anyways, I ended up being okay, but it was like such a stressful 3 hours for me. But now we have a bathroom vent.
That's
Fan,
great.
whatever it's called.
That's really great.
And then after that, I got such a deep like yearning to fix everything in my house, so I changed all the light bulbs.
Nice.
I just went feral, and then my friend Carly came over and she was like, "Yo, will you do my eyebrows?" And I said, "Sure." I should have said no. Come at a different time. Like I'm in a mood. Like
Yeah.
I need to be alone. Like the whole house was just torn apart. So she came over and I'm like installing curtains in the guest room, and she starts playing Smoke on the Water on my guitar like over and over again. And she just came over thinking I'm about to do her brows, but I made her watch me do this for like an hour.
Nice.
And I'm like, "Carly, stop doing that." She's like, "Oh my gosh, like, should I go?" I was like, "It's fine." Then I like angrily waxed her eyebrows and she left my house. So hopefully we're still cool. But anyways.
Hi, Carly.
Hi, Carly. She doesn't listen. She's a hater.
Wow. Okay.
No, I get it. If I was close friends to me, I probably wouldn't listen. I'd be like, "Timmerie, I have to hear you enough." And they probably already hear a lot of this stuff because I share way too much all the time.
Well, that says that's even more to that they don't care about what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know, even if they've heard your stories, they know that I'm a second person on this podcast.
true.
So, Carly, please send me an SMS text message so we can sort this out.
Yeah, you guys should definitely take care of that for sure. Carly's my gym buddy at the moment, but I'm thinking of, because she'll never listen to this, I think I need a gym breakup with her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's getting dicey. Because she's so much stronger than me. I feel like SpongeBob with like the stick and the
Yeah.
marshmallows next to her. I'm like, oh, but she does make me work harder, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's like a tough spot to be in.
Right. I feel like if you and I went to the gym together, like, I don't know how much pushing there would be to, like,
Yeah, we'd
go
probably
to a
just,
heavier
like,
rep or something.
do leg press for 30 minutes and leave.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of fun, though.
Sounds kind of fun, yeah.
Well,
okay.
Oh, yeah. There's one more thing I wanted to touch on before
Please.
we wrap up, because we're almost at time. So we're going to release last week's bonus episode this week, right?
Yeah.
It might not make a little bit of sense, so I just want to say first that when we recorded the last week's, didn't record apparently last week's episode, Tess and I talked about how the reason that we're able to maintain such a strong and unbreakable friendship bond is because I've never seen Tessa's tits in the flesh, actually at all.
Right.
In any way, shape, or form.
And you might be wanting us to explain that more, but I would argue that doesn't need any explanation.
Yeah, Tessa is just not gonna. She's not gonna give it up for me. I've tried. I've known Tessa for like ever, and she's just not interested. Yeah, it's like that episode of New Girl where Schmidt's trying to see Nick's. You know, he's like, "Why do you need it?" And he's like, "Just because it's like a thing."
Right. Yeah.
It's because I've seen all my other friends. Just not Tessa's.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen yours either, which is why we're just able to be.
But you have full
besties.
access because I would totally do it.
Right.
Right. Anyway, so we said that in the bonus episode, Tessa show her boobs on the video. That was clickbait. But so when you hear the intro of the bonus episode, like maybe that will make a little more sense now.
Yeah, I feel like if we didn't preface it with what we're talking about right now, it would be a confusing time for everyone.
And so we just, by everyone, we mean our subscribers that I could count on one hand. So that's also another thing
subscribers that we can count on two
fingers. And one of them
more specific
is definitely not Tessa's mom. Nope. And the other is definitely not Jordan, who's like single-handedly supported every episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
By sending us gifts and treasures that we'll never forsake.
Never.
Nope.
Thank you, Jordan.
So that being said, if you want to get the crazy scoop on the bonus episode, 15 minutes of unadulterated Tessa and Timmery time.
There's even kind of a bonus guest, a little bit.
Yeah, that you guys have never seen before. You can go to the link in our Insta bio, click support the pod, and now you'll have access to that bonus episode and all of them to follow, which I'm not going to promise how often we're going to be doing that. Yeah. But it is going to happen. And you bet your bottom dollar you're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah. Just simply click the link or go to http://www.youtube.com/anchoevies pod/boobies bonus episode.
Gone sexual. Yeah. Totally awesome.
Epic. That's what you're going to type in to your browser.
Yep. And you'll find it. We'll put the real link in the episode, but
yeah,
that's something like that.
Right.
So, anyways. Oh, next week I want to do Ask the Anchoevies.
Yeah.
So, please, we're going to put it on our Insta.
The juicier the better.
Yeah, we want something so juicy that we can't even see because there's so much juice all over.
Yeah.
And it's going to be crazy. So if you've just been like, oh my gosh, I have this crazy situation, I need help, we're your girls. If you are going through a lawsuit, you need some law advice.
Yeah.
Let us know. I am currently being summoned for jury duty, so I think I know a thing or two about the law.
Right.
If you need medical advice, we're not doctors.
We are kind of.
But Tessa does work at a doctor's office. So.
True.
So, yeah.
So we can kind of answer anything about anything. And really, more than that, we would just love to be involved in some gossip.
Yeah, we'd love to meddle.
I feel like I'm lacking gossip in my life. I live a pretty gossip-free life. So if you guys want to bring drama or gossip to me, I would just love to partake from a distance.
We're begging.
We're seriously begging.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to share a confession or am I the asshole, pardon my French, go ahead and send those in.
We'll keep you anonymous.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks for listening.
We hope you have a great day.